eligible for your passport as a British citizen. What are your other options apart from going back to your home country? Ways you can get your citizenship on your post-study work visa. Hello everybody, welcome. Hello. Welcome back to my channel. My name is CS, and so today I'll be talking to you about ways you can get your citizenship stroke your ILR on your post-study work visa. Like you all know, the post-study work visa is a 2-year visa for the master's stroke undergrad students and a 3 years graduate visa for the PhD students. So how exactly can you get your citizenship from your post-study work visa or your indefinite leave to remain from your post-study work visa? So first of all, the way you can get your ILR, indefinite leave to remain, before your citizenship is approved is either by living in the UK for 5 years without breaking any rule, of course, or by living consecutively for 10 years without living outside the UK for a specific number of time, and within that 10 years or within that 5 years. For 5 years, I think it has to be about 450 days, so you've not been outside of the UK within that 5-year gap for more than 450 days in its totality. After you feel that obligation of living in the UK for 5 years or 10 years, then you're eligible to apply for the ILR, which you must hold for about a year before you'll be eligible to apply for your citizenship. And so, how can you get your citizenship then from a post-study work visa? You come to the UK for your master's, which is probably about 18 months, roughly 1.5 years. And then, or you've come to the UK for your PhD, which is about 4 years, or some people finish it in 3 years. Or you come to the UK for undergrad, which is usually 3-year course or the 4-year course, and you want your post-study work visa, and then you intend obviously to get your passport as a British citizen. So your post-study work visa is valid for 2 years, and if you're a master's student, you have obviously you're studying for 1.5 years. That is about 3.5 years. So you have 3.5 years already, but to get it, you need a 10-year stay or a 5-year stay. And then after that, you can either apply for your skilled work visa, which gives you either a 3-year visa or a 5-year. Usually when you get a skilled work visa, you're more or less sorted. After that, you know that the company will most likely retain you, or you can easily apply for another job in another company, and most times you can get an extension of that visa. Or some companies actually give you that certificate of sponsorship for about 5 years, and after that 5 years, you are eligible to apply for the next 1 year ILR, and then eligible for your passport as a British citizen. And if after your post-study work visa, you do not get your sponsor for your skilled worker visa for the 3 years or the 5 years, the other way you can sort of spin it, you know you can't obviously extend your post-study worker visa, and you can't study for another 1-year master's course and then wish and hope that you get another post-study work visa. Basically, the post-study work visa is a one-off visa of the 2 years or the 3 years, which was given to you with the thought that you'll be able to find a sponsored job during that post-study work visa period or just before it expires. So some people, what I would advise is start from, you started your undergrad is 3 years, your post-study work visa is 2 or 3 years, you already have 6 years. So what next? You're not able to find a skilled work visa, which would obviously give you that 3 or 5 years or add on to you. What are your other options apart from going back to your home country? You can either go and study a PhD course. So you've done a 1-year master's course, you've been given the 2 years, and you've exhausted that 2 years, which counts towards your 10 years, but sadly it doesn't count towards the 5-year route for citizenship. Your post-study work visa counts towards your 10-year route, not your 5-year route. I should just mention that. So you have the 2 + 1, 3 years, and then you have 7 more years to fulfill under that. So the next thing I would suggest is for you to either, if you don't want to go home, if you can apply for a PhD course, which obviously is quite expensive to be fair, and if you're not really keen on that, this is not the best solution for you. But if you're keen on studying and doing research, eventually being a doctor or a lecturer, you can apply for a PhD course. That's your 4 years added to your 3 years. That's about 7 years. And usually after your PhD, most times it's easier to get a sponsor for your skilled work visa. Sometimes that's a gamble, because I've actually know a couple of people who finished a PhD before this post-study work visa came into play, and they didn't get a job. So if you want to go through that route, just make sure you're choosing a course or a research topic that is actually employable, if that makes sense. And then after your PhD course, that's 4 years, you have about 7 years or 7.5 years under your belt. You have left 2.5 years to fulfill, and hopefully by the grace of God you get an employer willing to sponsor you for about 3 to 5 years under the skilled worker visa, and by that time you've now covered your 10-year stay in the UK. I understand that not everyone will get that chance to get the skilled work visa after the post-study, or even before they get the post-study work visa sorted for them. So that's the route for citizenship, for the post-study work visa after doing your masters in the UK, and then you have to go do your PhD. And then if it's undergrad, after your undergrad course of 4 or 3 years, you have your 2 years post-study work visa. Let's say you're not able to get a job after that PhD course of 4 years, 6 years already under your belt, because your 2 years post-study work visa is added to your 4 years. That's 6 years staying in the UK. So you have 4 years left to fulfill the 10-year stay in the UK, and then you're eligible to apply for your ILR, and hopefully by the end of your PhD you already have a job offer waiting for you, so you can apply for your ILR for a year. Then after that you get your British passport. So this just different ways you can look at it, because most people have complained and saying that, okay, I've gotten this post-study work visa, the graduate visa, but it's about to expire and I do not, or it will be expiring soon and still I haven't got any job, I've not got any interviews sorted, I've not been employed. What else can I do? I don't want to go to my home country. These are all the things you can look at. But I'm hoping that for most people, before your post-study work visa runs out, you would get a job offer that would sponsor your visa for 3 years or 5 years, which shortens the route for you, so you're not thinking about more money to spend for a PhD that you probably don't want to do, or another course that you do not want to do. So I've just explained the grad routes based off the post-study work visa, the master's route based off the post-study work visa, and finally the PhD route. If you're in a situation that you've sorted your PhD out and you have a post-study work visa, which is about 3 years, it's giving you that 7 years, and I'm hoping within that 3 years you are able to obviously get a job offer before it expires, and then you get an employer willing to give you a 3-year sponsorship, which obviously sorts out your 10-year stay, or even 5 years sponsorship. It obviously overly sorts out your 10-year stay. But just do not be discouraged. That's all I'm just trying to say. There are definitely other ways to go around it, and as I get more information, as I talk to people, I would definitely give you all the advice I can give you for those that really want to stay back in the UK and get their passport sorted and not go back to their home country. Most times the other pathways there for you, apart from getting that skilled worker visa before your post-study work visa expires, is sadly more expensive and requires you to do more in order to get exactly what you want, which is in the end your citizenship sorted. But guys, I hope I made sense. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, share, comment, and like. Until next time, my name is MBC FM.